All right, and welcome. We are here playing a six-part game as we move through right now. The second of two in Montothis Manor, as our group of heroes has been hired to clear this place out, as it seems that trade negotiations have come to a standstill for this patch of road and forest to be unsafe. And they have been finding out why, facing horrors through the lower levels, moving up and finding ghosts and animate dolls that have been stalking them or inviting them to stalk it. And they've been able to find out some clues of the place. A general once belonged to potentially some affairs of some type, and seeing scenes of dining that has long since passed, and even finding the ancient general's sword that can light a flame, but now find themselves having just encountered the doll itself, find themselves a bit injured, a bit exhausted. Breathing in the washroom here, trying to catch themselves, and believe our crew is about to get some rest. So we will start as I know talk. We're in the chat. It's tons of fun to do so. So first things first, I do believe Nancy Drew, you wanted to figure some stuff out.
Yeah, I just took my potion. And then after that, I guess what I'll do is I will go ahead and begin a ritual cast of. Let's do clue. So I'll put it near the entrance of this room. See if I can pick up any tiny little bitty doll footprints walking around.
Okay. So how long does it take to do your ritual?
10 minutes.
Okay. I believe while this is going on, Anastasia, you've been able to observe these people for your mission. Would you like to make yourself known at this point?
Yeah, sure. So as you're casting this ritual kind of out of the corner of the room, sort of as like mystical sparkles from the bottom to the top, you see this figure appear in the corner. She's got black obsidian hair, and it shines almost like obsidian itself. Her skin is gray, and it has like kind of even like a glow to it, like a halo around her body. She's got some light armor on. Her eyes are just purple, like the most purple, not ruby, but just like the most purple color you can possibly imagine. And she just materializes out of nowhere and just, hello. It seems you guys have been having some fun in this house.
Are you a ghost?
No, I am not ghost. I am person, you see. I am real. I am standing in front of you. If I was ghost, I would not be this solid. What do you think?
Raven does puts up his arms as if he's gonna throw hands with you. It's like, name yourself, villain.
Hello. My name is Yella. I heard that people were hired to clear out this house, and I kind of just thought it would be fun to come and watch. I wasn't sure what it was about, and I just, it looks like maybe you need some help. You look like you're bleeding a lot. She like points to Nancy Drew. And I just got kind of bored watching, so I thought I'd, like jump in and try to help a little bit.
Well, that is useful. And so Nancy, as she casts, she's basically just got a magnifying glass, and she's kind of scouting the 45-foot radius around this area. Maybe what we should do is find somewhere safe to have this conversation.
I mean, sure, it's a haunted house. I don't know how safe it's going to be. Do you have anywhere in mind?
Well, there's a rational explanation for all of this. But maybe if we go to a room that doesn't have a trap door that the doll clearly used.
Maybe we can set our own trap if the doll comes back.
That's always a possibility. Does anybody have something heavy? Because I have rope.
I don't really think so, to be honest. I was hoping you guys would have something.
Wait, I have a shovel. I can use a shovel.
What would you do with the shovel? Like, dig a hole and we climb in the hole and then we're safe in the hole? Or like, what's the plan here?
I could create a pit trap.
What is that?
That is where you dig a hole and put sharp spikes at the bottom.
Oh, I
lower
like
them
this.
over it until they
Yes.
fall in.
Yes, I like this. I like this. So what? We go into like a room that's empty and we dig a hole and then we put things in bottom, and if somebody comes in, poof, they go in hole? That's kind of the idea.
We could go to the pool. Remember the pool, Nancy?
I remember there was a pool that had green sludge of some kind.
Speaking of Silverwing, do you still have tetanus?
I didn't get tetanus from swimming in the pool, okay? It was just very green with lots of dead bodies in it.
So, as your ritual completes, Nancy, you can see the doll footprints where you might expect them, given the fight that just broke out. But you don't see it enter or exit by any type of door or window.
All right. What about Yella? Does she give footprints?
For Yella's, you see them on the outside of the room. You almost miss them from here, as though she was sneaking in by the walls and within the shadows.
Okay. All right. Well, it's just as I thought. Trapdoor. Now, there has to be some type of puzzle we can solve to find a mechanism to open it up. Or I could just randomly knock on the floor until one opens.
Or we could just go into another room and hope the doll appears there.
That's true. We never did figure out if that doll belonged anywhere, right? We just sort of took the doll.
I think we thought that the doll was the creepy doll's friend.
Wait, which one was the creepy doll?
There's
Wait,
two
one
dolls. There was one that you found that you walked around with, and while you're walking with the other one, another doll.
Oh,
You found a second doll.
okay. So we don't have any dolls with us. We're dollless at the moment. We're no dolls.
I do believe you set the doll back, yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is a dead end room, if I remember right. There's no way forward other than the way back.
Right, go back to the hallway.
All right, everybody.
In the hallway, there is another room you have not explored, and of course, the room that we call the Nope room at this point. And then,
I remember that one.
then at the T of this hallway, there's a stairwell down. There's another unexplored room opposite it, on the left side of the T, and then there's a way to essentially go north and up and to the right where you have not explored on this floor.
Okay. So we have an option. We can rest here for about 30 or so minutes and then start moving, or we can start moving now.
I mean, I think it looks like you need a rest. You're, like I said, you're bleeding a little bit. I'm okay. You know, I didn't fight at first, so I can like stand guard. Does the door to this room swing in or out?
It would swing in.
So we could like, you know, close the door and prop the shovel up against kind of like the doorknob, and I can just like stand ready if something comes in while you guys like patch yourselves up.
Oh, I've actually got something for that. It'll just take me, I think, 10 minutes. But I can make sure that door doesn't come open.
Okay, I mean that's okay for me too.
Nancy, if we're all good with it, we'll go ahead and do an arcane lock on that.
Point I'll say, those of you watching, Nancy is a class from Valda's Spire that has called Investigator that gets to do a few extra things with rituals.
I like it. So while Nancy's casting the arcane ritual, can I look around the room and see if there's any sort of trap doors on the floor, anything that looks like a door out of place?
Perception check.
Alrighty. I don't think my perception is that good. 19!
Moving around here, as you begin looking, you find a bench in here, and then an apparition that seems to be stirring a load of dirty clothes. As you approach, it just sort of looks at you and fades. But you don't see any exits or entrances besides the door that you've all come through.
So obviously I'm gonna explain this to my compatriots and be like, with a pile of dirty clothes, it kind of looks like something heebie-jeebie over there. I don't know what. Did the apparition look like anything? Like, did it take the form of maybe the doll?
You didn't recognize it from anything else in the house.
Okay.
Okay, so you can successfully complete your short rest.
Okay. The password for this doll or this door is Ned Nickerson. You need to get through.
He's the son of Knickers?
Sure. We'll go with that.
In the room, there is the creaking and the occasional laughter that you recognize as the dolls from the hallway, occasionally from a corner. You should both rest, yes. It seems to vanish.
And there's no visual effect that's accompanied by that. We just start to hear the voice.
Echoey moves maybe from under the door or through walls.
It's telling us to rest.
Yeah, so it can rest too.
Oh, great. Well, I'm taking my short rest. We'll need it either way.
While you do that, I just want to get a little bit closer to that pile of dirty clothes that I had seen. And maybe just like take one of my arrow bolts and just kind of like inspect it from a distance.
So it ended up fading when the apparition faded.
Oh, okay. All of it faded. Okay.
Your rest completed. What would you all like to do?
Well, did anybody find anything?
No, I had a look and it doesn't look like there's any kind of like trap doors around here. It's just the room. I don't know where that stupid doll went.
They must have been on a string that was pulled out of the room when we were distracted.
Potentially, yes. Or maybe it's magic doll and it can go like poof and plane shift and then poof somewhere else. Or maybe it's invisible and it's still here with us. But it didn't attack us, so I don't think so.
Could be a mirror trick.
Hmm? Yes.
Always
Well-
a logical explanation.
I mean, magic is logic too. It's just not logic that you're used to.
That could be true. All right. So we have a hallway. How many doors have we not seen? Out of curiosity, I know I'm not talking about the nope door. I'm talking about the.
There's one other room in this section of hallway that you've been exploring that you have not done yet.
Okay. So, are we good with checking that one out?
Let's
think so.
go forward.
Yeah. You lead the way, Raven.
Of course. Raven pulls out his bow and knocks his arrow and kind of opens the door, then kicks it open. Wah! Wah! Wah!
I mean, I thought we were going to sneak. That's not so sneak.
Did you try just opening the door, Raven?
Raven Cowl does not open doors. He enters them dramatically.
Well, that's good to know that for the future.
All right, you bust in, and you see here that there are several rooms within this room. There's 3. They're dusty, full of sticky cobwebs all around.
Well, Raven, what do you see? What's in there? And I like poke them in the back with like my arrow.
It's like it's like you get that one spot, that's like that tender spot in your back where all of the nerves just bundle up, and he's like, "Ah, my back."
Oh, sorry, I forgot you're old now. Sorry.
Ugh. I see more doors ahead of us.
Okay, let's have someone try to open them first this time, Raven. Or at least, I could use clairvoyance on at least one of them. Like, out of all these doors, are any of them making any sounds? I have a passive of 22.
You don't hear any sounds.
Okay. All right. So how many doors again, Raven?
You said it was 3 doors, Matt?
Yes.
Right. I want to go up to the center door, and I'll try clairvoyance on that one.
You begin walking through, and the rest of you watch as shadows warp around the back of Nancy Drew into the shape of the doll that takes form as she just goes, "Found you!" and takes her knife and into your back.
What? Why is it always me?
17.
17 to hit? Yeah, that
Yeah.
hits. Yeah. I don't think I have anything for that.
Why do you
Nope.
always lead the charge?
I walked up to a door. Raven kicked in a door and he's fine. But I walk up to one.
That hits right between your shoulder and your neck, right for 14
Jeez.
piercing
There went that-
damage.
That was my entire healing potion. It's gone.
As they slide down your back, sticking its claw down your spine. And you see this porcelain claw now.
I'm getting people on the board.
Very good.
Trying to remember.
All right, and that will definitely miss for a 9 as it lands. And you see around it, you see the wounds you've made on this doll before. The cracked porcelain has been like almost glued together, and other pieces, it looks like bandages around it, holding it back as it's been made good once more. So the rest of you, please roll initiative.
You mean all of us?
Yes, all of you.
Okay.
21.
Ugh. 7.
Dirty 20.
Yala, did you do that in D&D Beyond?
No, I've just been rolling manually. Is that okay? Or do you want me to do it in BB?
I have the only request I have is that initiative gets rolled.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can do that.
If you wouldn't mind, everything else I'm totally cool with you rolling manually. Please do so. Okay. Only because it auto populates and it makes that step go
No,
quick.
that's fine.
It's the only reason I ask for it. Everything else is fine. Okay. Very cool.
Boards up.
Awesome. We're gonna start with Raven Cal here.
I finished my doors today. So many new doors.
Ooh.
So Raven is going to immediately go up to flank with Nancy. So he's right in the back of the stall. And he's going to be it's like the camera zooms in down like from the arrow knocked into his face. And he's like, bad move, doll. And he's just going to point blank fire arrows into it.
Amazing. Point blank arrow shots.
It's an advantage. Oh, it's a double 18. 27 for the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
Second one is 22.
Nice.
First one is a 5. Second one is 8. And then he's just going to one of them, as it clinks in real good, it's gonna ricochet and he's going to grab it and fire again.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do this one with sharpshooter because I forgot to do sharpshooter in the other ones. So 21 minus it's 5, right? Or is
Yep.
it 10? Yeah.
It's minus 5. It'll hit.
Okay. And it's plus 10. So that'll be 17 piercing.
Very good. As before, the odd construction of this doll seems to be deflecting some of your arrows, not letting them get their full effect. Anything
And
else?
that is it.
Yala.
Okay, Yala's just gonna kind of step to the side, keeping as much distance as she can with the doll, but just making sure that Raven's not in her line of fire. And she's gonna shoot a firebolt at this doll, and as she does, she says, "Take this, you creepy doll." 16.
That's going to hit.
Yes. And that's 2d10 of damage. Not great, but 7 fire damage.
7. Doll yells, "You're cheating!" As she wipes the fire, and you realize it does much more, so that's 14 fire damage. And Is that your turn?
That is my turn. Yeah, I'm just going to stay there.
Perfect. Turns to Raven. Well, I don't like pointy things. That's a 12 to hit Raven.
Miss.
And then she tries to take her claw for a 17.
That hits.
Nice. She runs under you and comes down your inner thigh for 9 slashing damage. And she kind of just sticks between you.
Hey, don't pick on the elderly.
Amazing. Yeah, then I think she'll allow. She remembers Nancy. She's going to allow Raven to get a op attack as she moves in front of Raven.
Okay. Am I still flanked with Nancy
Get
on
up
her?
attack from Nancy.
I'm sorry. She moves in front of Nancy to get the op attack from
Thank
Raven.
you.
Okay.
Had that reversed.
Do I still roll at advantage because of flank, or is it just a straight roll?
In this particular situation, you still get your advantage.
Okay. Then do I get to use sharpshooter on reactions, or
What does feet say?
Doo-doo-doo. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your range attack rolls, and your ranged weapon attacks and or have cover.
Yeah, so on your attacks.
Okay. Then it was a 26 minus 5, 21.
Hits.
That's another 17.
Excellent. Silverwing.
Alright. Silverwing's going to run up. While he's running up, he's going to say flame on, and the flame tongue sword's going to come up, and he's going to attempt to swing at this thing, trying to flash at its legs. And as he was pulling out his, because it's a new sword, as he was pulling out of the sheath, he said flame on slightly too fast, which almost caught the sheath on fire, so he missed with the attack roll of a natural one, and going to come back to flash at it after he pads out the fire.
Silly.
For a natural 2.
It's with advantage. You're flanking with Nancy.
Oh. Okay. So so the first one will have missed with.
Yeah, so we'll say miss for the first one, and then take your second.
Yeah, and that's a natural 4 and a natural 7. So does a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, no. It skitters, and you almost hit Nancy's shoe, as it quickly skitters past your sword. Anything else?
Nope. Apparently,
Nancy?
my good luck from the dice have went away.
All right. They're definitely not a fan of my mysteries, so I'm going to take out my rapier and attempt to do a melee attack, even though I shouldn't be, but I'm there, so let's do it. So for an advantage roll, oh, well, I'm glad that had advantage. 18.
That'll hit.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and exploit weakness.
Yeah.
And so that'll be 12 total damage. And
Nice.
all attacks until my next turn are magical damage.
Very good.
Oh, Did I see them take any opportunity strikes?
No.
No. Darn. Let's see. I'm just kind of stuck there, aren't I? I guess I will. Oh, wait. I can do this. I can do a Misty Step. I'll do a Misty Step. That's one of my abilities. So I'm going to Misty Step myself 30 feet. I'm going to stay on the side that Yala is on, so staying further back than her, moving 30 feet away. And once I do that, I'll use my movement to try to get even further away, if I can, to try and keep them from getting to me. And that will be my full turn.
All right. Then Raven, it is your turn.
So Raven's gonna move on up to flank with Silverwing, and he's just gonna have like a devilishly handsome smile upon his face as he fires more arrows into the doll. A natural 20!
Oh, yes, there you go.
And a 28!
Nice. 2 solid hits.
For 10. And 7.
Okay. Yeah, taking advantage of the burn that's pierced the outer shell of this creature. You just fire right into it, getting some of the soft stuff. Anything else?
Then like that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Right, then Yala.
You're muted.
Thank you. I'm gonna take seeing like both of my friends, I guess, at this point attacking really well. I'm gonna take a few steps back, hoping maybe to get out of their range, like towards where Nancy Drew is, but maybe not that far back.
Okay.
But I want to stay within 120 feet of them, so I don't need to be super close. And I'm going to cast Chill Touch. And I'm actually going to spend one of my sorcery points to change this also. Okay, I have a GM question. So typically this is necrotic damage, and then the target can't regain hit points till the start of my next turn. And then they also have, if they're undead, they have disadvantage. Does this count as undead?
It is not an undead creature.
Okay. If I change it to fire damage, do I still get the benefit, though, of it not regaining hit points? If that's a mechanic that exists, I don't know.
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
You'd still get that benefit.
Okay, so yeah, I am going to change it to fire damage. And the range spell attack, 18.
That'll hit.
And this will be pretty good. 11 fire damage this time.
Nice, double to 22. As it shrieks, you see the glue coming melted and undone, piece of it falling. It is not happy, but not terror, just looks at you, Yala, with rage.
Oops.
Turn. Let's see how this goes. All right. As it stares. You're a new friend. See you soon. as shadows wrap around it and it vanishes.
Oh, I hate this thing.
Goddamn doll. I don't like it.
Okay. All right, everybody, look. We got to find a way to trap that thing or to glue it to the floor. I think you had the right idea by trying to melt it, because I feel like maybe if we could have just stuck it to that concrete.
I wonder if it's like, if there's like a source for the doll in the house, and it's like its spirit is tied to something, and we have to burn what it's tied to, and then the doll will go poof, you know?
Like a lich.
Or
It has a phylactery somewhere
like-
in this house.
remember downstairs we came across those statues that were activated whenever we got too close to them. What if we're getting too close to something now, and that's why it keeps coming for us? Maybe that middle door
Mm.
could be a really good place for us to investigate. I'd still rather do clairvoyance on it first, though.
Yes, and I think maybe we check for like some traps and something
Mhm.
this time, you know?
Good idea. All right, y'all can handle the traps. I'll try to get an eyeball in there, and maybe we can find something around here too. Or if somebody, I don't know, should we look at because it did melt. Do we have any parts of it that are still here, or did it all just go away?
You see, there are pieces of porcelain on the floor from what you've been able to attack it.
Can I identify it to see if it's magical? Unless somebody else has identify and wants to do that.
I do not.
Cast the ritual here again as you examined, I think, with Nancy. There's nothing magical overtly about it. It's not an item necessarily.
Okay.
So you do recognize runes of animation as far as something was bound to these pieces at some point.
Okay. So that sort of fits the theory.
Mm.
I'll do a rushed incantation on the clairvoyance so that we don't have to spend 10 minutes waiting for that to come up. It's basically just a way for me to cast a ritual in an action.
Yep. Push your eye through. Was it clairvoyance? Tell me what that does again. I'm gonna make sure I have the right spell here.
Sure. I'll read it again just to be absolutely sure I'm getting it right. Create an invisible sensor within range in a location that's familiar to you, or a place you have visited or seen before, or an obvious location that is unfamiliar, such as behind a door.
Right. Okay.
The sensor remains in place for the duration and can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast, you choose seeing or hearing, and I'm choosing seeing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space. As your action, you switch between seeing and hearing, and a creature that can see the sensor, such as something benefiting from see invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous, intangible orb the size of a fist.
See before you a room with a bed that is covered by a white sheet with spider webs that go everywhere. Thick. Touching the walls, connecting them in thousands of little bridges.
Okay, does it look like those spider webs are connected to the door?
Some are connected to the door.
Okay. Before I leave here, I'll switch to hearing real quick just to see if I hear anything that we weren't hearing on the other side. So I can no longer see, but I can hear.
Right. You hear scratching.
Oh, no. Is it coming from behind me, or in front of the orb?
I mean, there's scratching that seems to be coming all around the room.
Oh God. Would Nancy be able to make a deduction on, does this sound like the pitter patter of itty bitty arachnid feet? Or does this sound more like fingernail scratching at wood?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right. Oh, this has to do with creatures, so I get advantage. All right, that's a nat 20 for a 30.
Scratching has the feel of pincers and legs that you recognize as arachnid, but not tiny,
Oh no.
but large. But the sound that it's scratching against does not sound like wood, nor web, no floor. You can't place the material. And your brain goes through thousands of materials. None of them match sound.
I hate you, Matt. Why I gotta play somebody brave like Nancy Drew? I just want to go hide. All right. So I end that spell. Okay, everybody. Giant spiders, likely. I saw some spider webs that look like they could be, well, they are actually connected to the door. So if we open that door, you better expect they're gonna know we're in there. They were big too. And they were Go ahead.
Or was there multiple of them, or like did you even see them? Do you know what they look like?
I didn't see them, but I heard them.
Not good.
Yeah, and I feel like I could not understand. I didn't know what they were scratching against. It didn't sound like anything I'm familiar with. Maybe they're wrapping up and cocooning bodies on the ceiling, for all I know. But yeah, if we're going in there, we best be ready.
How exciting. Seuss's. Spiders of unusual size.
I mean, I don't know. I would say it's exciting. I don't really want to die.
Yeah.
Maybe we like see what's in the other rooms before we decide on the room.
Wait, Yala, you have I'm sorry, you have fire magic. I can't get spiders
I
out of my head.
do. Yes.
What if
There's
we
no
light?
spiders.
We could light the webs on fire.
I mean, sure, but what if the spider? You open the door and spider goes bam in my face before I can open the door, or before I can light the things. We can try.
Don't worry, I'm brave.
I mean, listen, you can do what you want to do, but I don't really want to die here, so I don't know.
Silverwing, why don't you go first this time? Because you have the flaming sword.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. I like that idea.
I mean, I can, but I mean, do we really? I mean, but. And he looks at someone trying to find a reason to back out of it. Like, maybe someone else should go first, but looks and he just, like, shrugs his shoulders. Fine.
I mean, like, at this point, we're trying to find, right now, our kind of main goal is to, like, find out what this doll is doing, because, like, it's kind of causing the most problems. If we don't necessarily see anything that's doll-like in the room, maybe we leave the room and just kind of spiders do their thing and we don't bother them?
Yeah, and you are right. We haven't even looked at these other two doors yet, so...
Yeah, let's at least see what's in the other ones. Maybe it's, like, more fun.
Or, and just hear me out, I have a potential better idea. We just go home and go to bed.
No, that's way less fun. I think, like, this is more fun. As long as we don't die.
Yeah.
And as she says that, she's going to walk over to the door on the right. Quietly. and just put her ear to the door and see if she hears anything with her amazing +0 perception. if possible.
Give you the perception roll.
Not bad, 14.
I think putting your ear to the door and having talked with Nancy on things, maybe it's real, maybe it's in your head now, but you do hear a little bit of scratching.
Oh no, you guys. There's spiders in here too.
Oh no. What about the other door? Someone check it out.
Okay,
Dibs
I can
out.
check it out. And he goes and opens the door.
Oh god.
No!
You open the door, and the room is clear.
Ooh.
You don't see anything. There's no dust. Things look somewhat immaculate. Some type of guest room. The little glass cup of water on the bedside.
Glass cup of water? Like full? Like it's filled with water?
About a quarter fill.
I want to investigate it. I'm looking to see if it looks like anyone has recently drank from it.
You're getting like super close, looking for lip marks, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Just want to say.
I just got my magnifying glass.
So, getting super close to it, it begins to turn red and bubble.
Logical explanation for that.
And as it bubbles, you see its more viscous texture as it begins to lift higher in the glass, almost like it's filling up. And then explodes with blood and glass coming into your face. Please make a
Oh.
dexterity save.
God, why me? Always me. All right. Okay. Here we go. That is a 18.
Man. Just in time, you hit the floor, so it just goes over your head as you feel this hot, like a hot shower temperature of blood that drips on you before it vanishes. And the glass shards melt into the floor.
Okay. Maybe someone put vinegar in it. And I don't know.
Nancy, I'm pretty sure that was a trap meant to kill you.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, probably it exploded. What do you think happened?
Someone put a Alka-Seltzer in it and it just went wrong.
Alka-what-a? Okay, listen. I think we're gonna have like a real conversation here about like the magic. I mean, whatever. You know what? You believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to judge.
Nancy Drew literally cast Misty Step and is over here.
I love it.
All right.
I think she hangs out with a lot of artificers.
Okay, so does anybody else want to help look around here? Maybe there's some other clues or some keys or documents.
Yeah, I was gonna see if there's anything else in the room that looks out of place, specifically potentially the source, some kind of amulet, key, something that could be creating a force field that's keeping this room pristine, as you mentioned.
Investigation check.
Well, that's not great. That was an 11 with plus 1, so 12.
The 12. You don't sense any type of force here. Nothing that seems to be automatically doing this. But rather, you can see just the slight bits of like rag marks as though someone has manually cleaned this room or something.
Very interesting. It looks like somebody's kind of living here, you know? They want it clean, they want it pristine. Is the bed regular person sized?
Mhm.
Okay. Are there any other possessions in the room?
They're not.
No chest of drawers or anything like that?
I would assume any drawers that were here, because there was the bedside table. You look, you don't find anything other than this bed that's still there.
Yeah.
Can I check under the bed?
Absolutely. You look under. You see two eyes staring back at you.
Hello there.
You recognize this as the face of the woman from the wash tub. Before she sneers and vanishes.
Well, at least she didn't yell at me this time.
Who are you talking to, Raven?
Oh, the lady from the bathroom that aged me 40 years. She was under the bed.
What? She's under the bed?
She was.
But she's not there anymore?
No, she left and went somewhere else.
What is with all these things and they just go poof? I don't understand it. It's not fair. And I yell, just in general, what do you want? Why do you keep disappearing? Just talk to us.
Hear the small voice of the doll. Oh, we'll talk.
Well, no, not you. I mean the lady. I know you don't want to talk. I know you're just trying to kill us. Nothing, no woman.
Nothing.
Is there still any blood, or did it all disappear?
It
with that
vanished.
glass? Okay. Can I do a general check, my Nancy Drew move here, to look around for any lore or...
Oh, because you got your special move. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. That is a 25.
5, okay. Looking around, being very careful now, spending a good amount of time. There, on the bedposts, as you're looking around, you just kind of put your hands trying to find any traces of anything, and in an unexpected spot, it begins to rotate. But you don't see any seams. It's as if the middle of it is rotating. You can see that, but there are no seams that seem to show why. And then the top bedpost lifts up. In your hand, you hold it, and you see what looks like rolled up canvas in the center.
All right. I'll try to take that so we can take a look at it.
And you see the portrait of a woman painted on it. Same woman as you saw in the washroom in the pool of blood. Says on the back, "To my dearest Eleonora."
We heard that name before when those two ghosts were talking in, I think it was the foyer.
Mhm.
Something about What if Eleanor finds out?
Yes, we did.
In the painting, this woman wears a wedding ring and a ring that has an M engraved upon it.
What if there was an affair or some kind of evil plot behind her back?
So it's the growing theory that the woman is possessing this doll, which is why we never see them together. And she wasn't happy about us getting close to this area. The M help me out, Molly. I'm not actually Nancy Drew, just so you know.
You fooled all of us.
We all know Molly really is.
Yeah, because I take so many notes that I lose track of where I have them. Yeah. No, that's.
Do we think that she was murdered? Like, do we think that there was maybe like an affair and like the husband found out and she was murdered and so now she's been like trapped in the house?
Possibly, because we came across. Okay, so we did come across that room at the party, and we've come across the dancing room. And so, Raven, if you missed it, Paula put in Monteras Manor is what this is called.
It.
So likely she was like, I mean, I would assume that she was like the lady of the manor. She was Lady Monteras or Monteras, whatever it is, potentially.
So the doll. Okay, so either the doll was hers or one of their kids. I was really suspecting the doll would be in that painting for some reason, but when we looked at the doll earlier, did the doll? I guess I didn't investigate it, so I wouldn't know. But what was the doll wearing? Like just in general?
The doll is wearing a purple dress. It is puffed out in the sleeves and in the shoulders. It has a white undercloth. She wears black shoes. What look like legs wrapped in white cloth, porcelain face, and she wears purple bows in her hair, making her red hair into pigtails.
Was there a sign of any ring on the doll that we might have been able to see?
You did not see a ring.
Okay.
And we also don't have the name of the doll, right? There was no name on that doll that we I know we didn't investigate it, but there wasn't anything obvious on it.
Right.
Okay. So we found 2 dolls so far. And I feel like there's got to be other clues in these other 2 rooms, and that means we're going to have to go into spider rooms. But we didn't hear any spiders from the other side, which was weird. What if it's all just in our imagination? What if it's just some type of security thing to keep people from going in? Maybe
I mean, maybe, but what if maybe there's like giant spiders on the ceiling and then like
could
the
be.
whole like cat in the box thing, you don't know till you open it.
But my thinking is, because I couldn't recognize what the spiders were walking on, what if they're not walking on anything? What if it's just a not realistic sound? It's generated to scare people away. So when Silverwing opened this door, there was nothing here.
Do we hear any scratching in this room that we're in? Like maybe it's coming from the room next to us?
I mean, do you want to put like your ear to the wall?
Yes.
Okay. I would say, because you know what you're listening for at this point, you can hear from the other room that's scratching.
I mean, it doesn't really sound like it's my imagination. But listen, I agree. We probably need to check the rooms. Yeah, let's do it. But I'm just gonna, go, and I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor on myself before we do anything else.
All right. Okay. Raven and Silverwing, I feel like your approach is best in this situation.
Come on, Silverwing. Nothing can take us down.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, there's so many ways we can die. I mean, there's poison, there's beheading, there's.
But Silverwing, we have the most important defense on our side. And it's like Raven turns and makes eye contact with seemingly no one. Plot armor.
Well, I mean, I guess we can check another room, and Silverwing walks up to the middle door and says flame on with the fire tongue sword and opens the door.
Can I ready an action as he's doing that to cast Firebolt if anything comes out of there?
Yes, you may.
Okay. And I would like to do so from about 30 feet away. I don't want to be right next to him.
Got it. So you open the door, and you see this webs everywhere, almost like walls of webs, as well as thick strands that have like a blue hue to them. Some break. You open the door.
Light it on fire. Somebody.
I guess I'll throw my Firebolt through it. Fuck it and find out.
You release.
25.
Okay. That hits, and some of the web begins to ignite a little bit and detach. What would you like to do?
Do we hear them still moving? Whoop, can't hear you.
No, it's gone quiet.
Okay. I mean, if nobody goes in there, Nancy's definitely walking forward. I just don't want to lead this one.
Silverwing will go ahead and walk in then, and just as he's going, he'll be swinging at the webs with the fire sword to burn them away as he goes in.
Purpose of this, please all roll initiative.
Here we go.
Yalla, what you get?
18.
Okay. All right, so that didn't come through, so you can just roll manually.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I'm doing
It is
through
weird.
Beyond.
Sometimes
Okay.
things mess up. Sometimes it's all good. We'll just do what you want. Okay, so Silverwing moves in, swinging, and we will go turn by turn. Here. You already have them in there. Okay.
Oh my god. This is spider.
What's wrong with my spider?
Is that a hairbrush? What? Oh my god. What? How big is that? Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no, it's on a wheel.
Nope. No, not this again. Paula, what are you doing?
It's not a shark!
That's
I
true.
love it.
Thank you.
All right. So as this occurs, what you do hear is the scratching get louder and transform more into a ripping as In front of Silverwing, a pincer moves from nothing and penetrates forward with no source. As a hole opens up and you see a myriad of colors through the air itself, as if looking through a ripped curtain. And emerging is a 10-foot wide, enormous spider that immediately engages.
Listen, I said we didn't have to go in the room. I just want to remember we can always close the door and run away.
All right. And with that, its jaws open as it goes for Silverwing's throat for a 15.
He bats it away with the shield.
Amazing. And then Yala, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm pretty far back. Do I see any of this through the doorway? Do I know what's happening?
So it is heavily covered by Silverwing, but you do see this huge jaw that is wider than Silverwing's shoulders.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna say, like, get out of there so I can get a clear shot. And I'm gonna try and cast Firebolt, like, over him. Hopefully not hit him.
Absolutely. It's going to get a little bit of cover here, but go ahead.
Well, that was not great. That was only a 12.
No. So it goes through, and you aim a little low, and it just hits off of Silverwing's armor, thankfully not damaging them.
Sorry, dude. And that'll be my turn. I think I'm just gonna stay where I can see it.
Got it. Silverwing.
Alright. Silverwing going to would he be able to move around it by any chance?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you want to make an athletics check as an action, I'll let you try to push through it if you'd like.
No.
Okay.
That's fine. He will go ahead and slash at it then. He's going to, after batting in the pincer away, he's going to try and cut it off, trapping the sword in between trapping the pincer between the shield and the sword as an attempt. Well, still not too bad, but that's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yay! So that's going to be 8 slashing damage and 10 fire damage.
Nice. Alright, you look, and it is bloodied from your attacks.
And then he's going to, after that slice, come back at it and try and go right between the two fangs. That's a 18 to hit.
That hits.
That's a better. That's going to be 10 slashing damage and 12 fire damage.
How do you want to kill it?
He's just going to throw the sword right through the pincers as it's coming through him and toss it backwards with his shield as it flops to the ground.
Absolutely. The Nancy.
Right? Nancy Drew takes out her trusty heavy crossbow, and can she like prop it up on Silver's shoulder for advantage?
I'll let you not not let them have
Okay.
cover,
I'll
but
go
you do
with
not
it.
get advantage.
All right. So yeah, she will attempt to shoot this gigantic blue spider.
Not that big. I have bigger ones. Ask Tuesday.
Okay, that is a 21.
That'll hit.
We're going to exploit some weakness.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that is 12 doubled to 24.
Nice. You hit it right in between its four eyes on each side. As it
All right, and
staggers back.
after I do that, I am going to move away so that I don't block the entrance for anybody trying to either leave or get in. Okay, that's my turn.
Got it. Then it goes to snap at Silverwing for a 7. And it grabs hold of the webbing here, and you hear that scratching sound again as it rips a hole that heals as it moves in and is gone.
It vanished?
Seemed like it traveled.
Oh god. Okay.
Interdimensional spiders.
It is Raven's turn.
Raven's gonna move into the room next to Silverwing, and I guess hold his attack to whenever the spider reappears.
Got it. Yala?
The room that I'm standing in right now, outside of that center room, there doesn't appear to be anywhere I could hide behind. It's just an open room.
It is.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stay where I am then, and also hold my action. I think this time we'll hold Chill Touch as well if it appears.
Right, Silverwing.
Silverwing's going to flash the webs as walking into the room to try and gain some leeway if possible.
Then Nancy.
Nancy's going to try to do a rushed incantation of see invisibility, just to see if it's in this room still.
Just double check something really quick. Okay. Your eyes alight, and it is not invisible, but you can see past through the veil between worlds and see it in wait there.
Okay. All right. So it looks like it crossed into another plane, and it's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, it's in the ethereal plane.
Okay. I'm going to point where it's at and say for my free action, it's crossed into another plane, and it's probably won't hit it till it gets back. But I'm pointing directly at where I see it for my turn.
Okay. In that case, coming from, I think with that then, as it drops, trying to just come at Silverwing from above them, and with your pointing, everyone's ready. Everyone can have advantage in using their reaction to strike.
I got a 24 with advantage.
That'll hit. Get your damage going.
Good old 9 necrotic, and because that was chill touch, can't regain hit points. And then I'm assuming it's not undead either.
Correct. Then need Silverwing and Raven, right?
16 to hit.
Hits.
Alright. That's going to be 4 slashing damage. But 8 fire damage.
Okay, and then Raven.
You're muted, Raven.
Okay. So my 2 attacks. Would I get flanking here? I don't think I do. But...
No.
Okay.
You have advantage anyway.
Oh, okay. Then instead of a 12, it's a 23.
Nice. Damage.
And the second one is a 24.
On a reaction, do you only get one more melee hit?
Yeah, it is. I think it is 1 hit there.
Oh, it is? Okay. Then just 1 hit and it's 18. Not 18, 8. Wow.
All right. So it comes out, all this flies, and its jaws open to try to grasp Silverwing, and it is sliced and exploded as spider bits move throughout the room. And there's silence.
Okay. There's nothing else invisible in here, right? Or in another plane.
Right.
Before Nancy goes in that room, she does want to look around that area because she wants to look in that other room, then come back to that hallway, then go back into the area just to kind of take a look around because she's got up that see invisibility thing and it was helpful.
Sure. Given a whole aspect there. Look around. What you see, now that you can look, is nothing you can place or you feel you could really interact with, but hundreds of shadowy spirits lurk in this place. And none here that seem to take notice or seem interested in your presence here. But having used this before, maybe there's one somewhere, but this is thick with the tortured souls of humanoids. But they look drained. They look, in a way, not healthy. As though they're rotting in some way.
So, okay, hear me out. I feel like this place is a magnet for spiritual energy that's draining them and feeding off of them. Because I see them everywhere.
Do you think that the old lady ghost is using their dead energy to feed herself, and that's how she's staying alive? Well, not alive, but undead alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible because the only consistents we've had are the lady from the tub and the doll. And so if they're not the same person, then they're definitely working together in some way. And one of them is feeding off of this energy, probably the lady, because I don't think the doll died and had a spirit roaming around, but I could be wrong.
But what if this is one of the ways that it alters the spirits? It makes them crazy and murderous, hungry.
I don't know. This is feeling less Carolyn Keene, more R.L. Stein, but I guess we'll figure it out. Well, we haven't looked around this room, right? So after we do that, but there's still one more door. And I've got this seeing thing for the next hour, so if it does try to do that again, we'll be able to see it.
If you want to look around this room, who would like to lead the perception check?
I have a fairly high one.
I mean, mine is shit, so like I just get lucky. I can roll, but I don't know. I'll come up at this point and like have a look with you. See if there's any drawers I can open for any, again, personal effects specifically.
Okay.
Oh,
Why don't we
that,
both roll then?
that was shit. That was 5. Not good. Not good. I open drawers and they're drawers. Good. Yes, excellent.
All right, I got a 23.
Covered in web in a corner. You can see, first as you move through the webs, there are pieces of skeleton arms and skulls, victims of these creatures, likely. As you move into the corner, you see laying on its side is what looks like a wooden carved horse, maybe only 6 inches long, 4 inches high. It stands upon a board that has wheels carved out of wood on the bottom, inserted. Looking at the bottom of it, you see 2 letters scribed into it, scratched. Not artfully at all. A C and M.
Hmm.
Was I right that there was another person involved and there was a seduction going on?
I mean, I was thinking like a child. So I hope we're not both right.
Well,
Sorry.
All right. So we haven't heard of a C in relation to one of the family members that I remember, or at least not in my notes. We haven't.
Have there been any paintings as we've been walking through the halls of people potentially?
We did, right? We did see paintings in one of the rooms.
There was portraits downstairs, I believe.
Did they have names under them, even if we can't remember what they were?
You didn't pay too much attention to them. You were there.
I guess what I'm asking is, like, looking at their frame, if I was thinking back on it, obviously I can't remember what it said, but would I remember having seen text under them?
They were not labeled in that way. There wasn't like there were no names on them.
Cool.
Did any of them look familiar to the portrait that we found in the bedpost?
Oh, the
Like
parchment
yeah.
that we found.
You did see one of a man and a woman. The woman would look the same.
Aha. So the man, was it the man from the that was hosting the dinner? Did it look like him? When we had gone through that room that was, I think, right behind the
Sorry, I
kitchen.
said yes. You missed.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now we're putting it together. So yeah, definitely these two are into some weird stuff and probably summoning things. Maybe they did some deal with some entity to live forever through feeding off. Maybe that's who the guests were. Maybe they were killing the guests, to get more spirits here that
Hmm.
they could feed off of. And they-
Sure, but like, how are they? They have to be tied into the house somehow, right? Like, we've got to be able to, kick them out.
well, we found that giant guy that was all in pieces, right? And that's also close to where we found one of the dolls, because we had to solve that puzzle that had the guy with his missing legs and arms. So maybe they are putting them in the dolls, because we
So
haven't
if
found
we,
it.
yeah, if we destroy the dolls, maybe we destroy the spirits.
So if we could just figure out how to do that, how to get rid of these dolls without them disappearing on us. Because that one sunk through the ground twice. I feel like it's able to just morph through solid.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there'll be something in the next room that will put that
I
together.
will say, for interest, there is nothing of interest in the next room.
Oh. Okay.
This room here, it also has a bed. Is it a normal people-sized bed, or does it look like it's a child's bed? Can we tell?
Hmm.
It's standard size.
Standard size. Okay.
What about the design? Like, does it look like it was? Is it real fancy in here, or is it?
No, it looks the same as maybe it would probably look like the other one. Just kind of simple. It's not overly ornate, and you get the impression of guest rooms.
Oh my God! What if they turned the people into spiders? Because the spiders was in here, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but we got to get out of this spider room.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we found everything we can in this area. And you said there was one more in
Yeah.
the other direction that we could go kind of upstairs, an area we hadn't seen yet.
Yeah, you are upstairs now, but yeah, you can
nope
go
door.
to the other part. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have the nope door. We could do the nope door.
The nope door. Then you have a hallway you've not gone down at all or looked down.
All right.
I mean, I'm keen to see what's down this hallway, and then, like, maybe if there's nothing there, then we go back to the nope door. But the nope door just feels like trouble.
I agree with you. I am glad you're on this team.
Yeah, I know. I've been told I'm pretty smart.
But I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nope. Not Novum. Trouble is our middle name.
See, yep. No, we're outvoting you, Raven.
I mean, maybe it's your middle name. Mine is Bethany, so I'm gonna just stick with that.
All right, so proceed out of this hallway. Take a right and a left, and then the hallway goes right once more. And there is a door at the end of this 50-foot hallway.
Another fucking door. Do we hear anything coming up to it?
Oh, and for those of you in the house, as you come to this, you realize you are somewhat even with the stairwell, and that you feel like you're over the portion of the house that you weren't able to find when you were downstairs. Because you knew there was another half. You figured that out by looking at the outside, but you didn't find a way that direction.
Did you say we heard anything?
I didn't hear anything now.
Okay.
But I'm saying you kind of realize this is a door to the upper part of the half of the house that you couldn't get to.
Okay.
Downstairs.
All right. Okay. Well, do we want to do this safe, or do we want to kick it in?
Always safe. I always vote for safety. Safety #1 concern here.
All right.
All right. I gently open the door.
Here we go.
And we'll take our break.
Nope.
start coming on back. Nancy.
Hello?
Hello. So, let's see. Alex, you there? Just make sure Alex gets back. Alex, you back?
He's back.
Cool. So, Raven Cow, you open the door as you all enter in. You notice, though not unexpected, given what you've seen so far, certainly something unnatural. It is a skeleton, busy at work behind a writing desk, frantically writing notes in a translucent, ethereal ledger book. It looks up at you with empty eye sockets. Its jaw starts to move as a hauntingly high-pitched voice says, "Ah, you are here! He has been waiting for you. You may proceed, Advisor Gertrude."
It's a ghostwriter.
From behind you, you feel something evil and dark trespass through your bodies as the aspect of a dangerously beautiful woman with dark and deadly eyes walks straight through you. She wears a smirk on her ghostly pale face. She walks straight through the closed door and disappears, while the skeleton clerk goes back to his duties.
Any spirits in here that I can see?
Invisibility, how long does it last?
1 hour
Okay.
from the time of casting.
Yeah. It's that same general aspect.
Okay. And we did not recognize the woman. She did not look like anything we've seen yet.
She looks like the woman that the general was talking to when he had mentioned about Eleanor.
Okay. Well, can we see what the skeleton's writing?
You move up to the desk. And it seems to be like orders for food and party supplies. Things if you were holding many lavish galas you'd be paying for. Seems like they're accounting for expenditures.
You said that he was waiting for us. What is he waiting for?
Does the accounting look like stuff that would belong to a house, or does it look like stuff people might have on them?
It bears the similar as to accounting things. It looks consistent.
Okay. One of my abilities as an investigator detective is combing through documents to arrange clues. If I have 10 minutes, is there enough documents here other than what they're writing on? Like, does it look like they've been writing and just tossing this stuff in desks or tossing it to the floor? Or
I mean, it's on the desk. You'd have to begin to page through it, I guess.
okay, I'll try a roll just to see if anything comes of it. That may be more than what meets the eye. That is a 24. That's just to see if there's any type of clue regarding this stuff, if it looks interesting or if it's just
Yeah.
random.
I would say looking at it, just looking at it, the biggest thing you get is just that there just seems to be many parties that are being held
Okay.
almost weekly.
Oh, wait a minute. We were invited here by what's his name? The noble guy,
That was the mayor of the town.
the mayor. You think maybe he's been inviting people every week to come in here?
Or you think it's like a trap for us so that like we die and then we become the spirits?
Yeah.
I look at the skeleton. Does he look like he's any head recognition to what I've said? Like, yes, that's what's happening. No. Okay. No.
There's no interaction.
I mean, let's just hope we don't die then.
I mean, we're all renowned, right? We all have a name out there, so maybe they wanted us here to add to their collection.
I don't want to be part of a collection, but it sounds like it could be reasonable. Maybe he's helping these spirits in some way. But what would he, like the mayor, what would he get out of it if he was sending people? Or maybe they protect him or protect the town somehow?
I don't know, but usually this is about the point that the mayor would walk through the door and tell us his evil plan. So the fact he's not doing that, maybe that's not right.
I mean, maybe he's like waiting for us at the end and be like, haha, I got you.
Yep. Well, I guess we could try that door unless anybody wants to take any further looks around here.
Is there anything else in the room?
Not really, no.
I mean, yeah, if you want to go first, I'm just gonna,
Small 20-foot room. What are you doing?
I don't want to be the one to approach the door because I know what happens to me when I do that.
I will gently open the door again.
Thank you, Raven. Thank you.
Along that stretches the northern wall of this extended waiting room, it seems. As you push through. On the southern wall, there's two large oak doors that stand closed, with a tree carved upon the door, with leaves at the end of each branch. On each leaf is scribed the name of a general, along with their years of servitude. Their names appear with the earliest date at the top, and it keeps going later further down. And the last leaf on the tree says General Oscar Mentarthus. As you look around the room, everything else appears empty. Then, within the blink of an eye, a small, pretty girl, no more than 5 or 6, suddenly sitting on the long bench that stretches the northern wall. She seems to be waiting patiently. Then the dark and deadly woman appears in the room and smiles at the child and offers her a children's doll. The girl smiles with joy.
Is it the creepy doll that we've been seeing?
Looks just like it. As the woman evaporates, then the child's smile turns to pain and anguish as blood-soaked stab wounds begin to appear. on her silky white dress. She falls limp and tumbles to the floor before disappearing. The doll is left lying on the bench, a knife in its hand, and a grin on its face.
Fuck that doll. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at it. I'm not even waiting.
I don't mess with 5-year-old girls and horror stories. Y'all have fun.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I did have a question real quick about the leaf when we were looking at it.
Sure.
That last name, Oscar, did it say the date? Because it sounded like you were saying it said dates.
It did. And so this would have been about 200 years ago.
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't a week ago.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I wanted to.
All right.
Perfect. In that case, go ahead and get some initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna try rolling on D&D Beyond this time. This time I'm just gonna try to do a general D20 and see if it shows up, and then we'll add 2 to it for the initiative. Let me know if that works. Anything?
No, it's not coming up.
Okay, well, it was a natural 1, so I'm at a 3 this time.
Me too. I rolled a nat 1 for a 3 as well.
This bodes so well.
I got a 7.
Silver.
So, Yala, what was yours? Your
I
natural
also
1
got
plus
a
what?
nat one.
I had natural 1 plus 2 for a 3.
Perfect.
Silverwing, we're relying on you.
Silverwing also got a natural 1 plus 2.
Oh, I got a nat 1 for a 3 as well.
Three threes.
Yep.
Well,
I told y'all don't mess with 5-year-old girls and horror stories. I mean, what y'all are doing?
okay, so the doll looks, smiles, and
I don't like this. I don't like this.
okay, and says,
You're next, Fire Lady.
Oh no! Oh no! What did I do?
and in shadows vanishes as you feel a weight on your shoulders, Yala, and a knife coming into your flesh. For 16.
That'll hit.
Okay. Right, then that will. All right, knife cuts deep for 11 piercing damage as the claw rakes across the front of your neck as it remains on your back. Oh, only for 11. With that, Raven, it is your turn.
Okay. Listen here, doll. You're not running away this time. And I'm going to move to flank with the doll. And I'm going to take 2 shots. And with one of them, I'm going to do a stunning strike. First one, 27.
That's going to hit.
Second one, which is the stunning strike one, is an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay. Damage first is 5 plus 7.
Right, so that'd be 12. Have to 6.
And then doll has to make a save. I can find my key points. Con save 13.
11. It is stunned.
Yes. It's like the arrow is stuck in one of its joints.
I love it. As it suddenly can't move, you see its fingers trying to access its shadow magic. It's unable to. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Then Nancy.
All right. When we saw this doll earlier, it was holding the knife. It wasn't the one that looked like. So it looked like the girl was stabbed by the doll holding the knife. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. My strength is my dump stat, so I cannot get it off. So I'm going to take out my crossbow. Is what I'll do. And
Okay.
hope I don't accidentally hit Yala. And I'm going to take a shot at the creepy little doll here.
Got it.
Okay. Oh, that's bad. That is a 9.
9's gonna miss as they just swirl around to the other side of the neck, and it comes and dings off the mage armor of Yala.
Okay. And I can't cast Misty Step to take someone away, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Didn't think so. All right. Yeah, that's it for me. I'll just stay there and wait.
Got it. Silverwing.
Silverwing had to step out. He said he heard some knocking on his door, so he was just going to check in on it.
Comes back. So Yala.
Okay, so this doll is like up on my shoulders above me, right?
It was on your shoulders. Now it's moved and is holding on to the front of your neck.
Okay, is anybody behind, I guess, can I like turn so that there's nobody behind me, and then cast Burning Hands? So that like I miss my compatriot.
Yeah, that'll work.
And is sorry, I totally missed this. Did we say that the doll was stunned for a round?
Yes.
Okay, so
it will fail this.
it will fail this. Excellent. It's gonna take my full damage. Hopefully I roll 12, 4, 10, 11 fire damage.
Nice. That would be 22. As more of the repairs that have been done to it again are burned away. And it tries to scream, but it cannot move. Anything else?
Is it wearing clothing?
It's wearing the same clothes, that purple dress.
Okay. Would it be an action to try and like toss it off myself?
No, I think you can push it to the floor in front of you if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shove it to the floor.
Yeah, I think that's easy enough. I think it's you throw it in, and it hits down there. Who's looking up at you, sneering.
Matt,
Take that, doll.
I didn't roll with advantage. I didn't realize it was stunned. Could I roll to see if I hit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably not. That is 12.
Nope.
Okay.
Still does not make it. Silverwing, are you back?
Yeah, just got back. Sorry.
Perfect. Go ahead and take your turn.
Alright. So there's something in front of or around to hit then?
Yeah, the doll is on the floor.
Okay. Oh, so we're fighting. Okay. Sorry, I was taking care of something. So, walking up, say flame on while pulling the sword out and try and hit it.
Got it.
Yeah. That's a 9.
It's advantage. It's done.
This is true.
Yeah,
That's
you've
a
got
10.
advantage.
A 10
A
with
3
advantage.
and a 4. That's a 10 with advantage.
Yeah, it rolls on the ground, dodging, not even looking at you, just keeping its eyes on Yala.
And then swinging around again. That's better. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, it's really not gonna like me. 12 fire damage and 11 slashing damage. Maxed out the damage.
All right. Porcelain begins to break. You see the stuffing coming out. Good.
And just because he's annoyed now, he's going to take a deep breath and then attack you again.
Got it.
Using that
Surge.
fighter. Yep. We've had to deal with this doll way too long, he says. Alright, roll two of the same number. Thankfully, they're not ones this time. It's 16 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, that's 7 fire damage, but only 4 slashing. And then he comes back with the sword tip, trying to pin it down. And that's a natural 20.
All right. Ooh, this doll. Like it made you mad.
Very bad slashing damage. That's only gonna be 5 slashing, but fire damage is going to be 21 fire damage. Probably not going to like me.
So double to 42. That sword finally comes down upon it. How do you want to end this doll?
It's just going to the sword slash doesn't really get because it's rolling away, but just the inside stuffing of it that's slightly there, just like the fire catches and then it just starts to go and engulf it. And as it finally burns up, you just see the blackened spirit come out in the shape of the doll and scream no as it disappears into the Ethernet.
And with that, we will exit initiative.
Did you say when it died, it disappeared? Did I hear that right?
I think-
I was just being cinematic because it died by fire.
I was just going to see if I still saw it. That's the only reason I asked.
Absolutely. So you still see the doll as the pieces lie on the floor, burned, melted, hair almost gone. What would you like to do?
I'd like to see if there's a name on this doll. Good job, Raven, with the... I don't know what you did, but you kept it from getting away.
Yes, well, I remembered to do it this time.
You come close. You begin moving the bits around here. Pushing it about, trying to find here. And you see painted in light black paint the name Carol Ann.
Okay. Poltergeist vibes. And that's the C, the CM.
Yeah, what if the C and the M were just one person and not two people.
Not two?
Yeah, because
But there's
Well-
2 dolls, so why? What if it's not 2 people? What if it is 2 dolls?
I mean, it's either two people or it was initials. So it's either Carol Ann, and the house is Montha Ross. So it's either Carol Ann Montha Ross or it's Carol Ann and somebody else.
Yeah, I was thinking initials, but Raven, what did you mean? Was there another M that we're not?
no, that it was C and M, meaning like Carol Ann and M being somebody else.
Wait a minute. So the CM, was that on the portrait of the lady?
That was on the carved horse that we had found.
The carved
in,
horse. Okay.
Yeah, in that bedroom.
So another toy.
Did anybody keep that with them?
I did not.
No,
I
neither.
But that's two toys, same initials, or yeah, possibly same. Because this one says Caroline, the other one said CM.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe.
Is-
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All I was thinking was maybe this one was a more personalized gift, and the other one was just marking it as her toy.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what else. Let's see what else we can find. Is there anything else in the room with us?
On the door on the other side, there's just a chest that seems to be in front of the door, holding it shut.
Oh.
That is never good when you're trying to hold it shut. From personal experience, you don't block a door unless you're trying to keep something in there. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, like not right up to it, but kind of like up to it and adjacent. Does it look like there's something maybe like pressing, pounding against it? Is there any noise at all?
Perception check.
15.
You listen. You're a liquid, like a dripping, but very slow. Like you one drop, and a minute later, a second drop.
Well, that's really not good.
Does it sound like it might be some type of a faucet, like from a bathtub?
Hard to place.
Well,
Is there anything demarking the chest in any way?
Chest is plain.
Hmm.
It's heavy. Something's probably in it.
okay. I feel like we should open this.
I think we should check for traps.
Yes. Do you-
You're learning. I'm so proud of you.
Can somebody do that?
Apparently, you can't treat an old dog new tricks.
So I can use. Listen, we can check for traps, and I can stand back, and I have this little handy thing that comes, and I can go 30 feet, and I can go boop with it.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I'll do that. I'm gonna check for mechanical traps or any sort of mechanical traps, any runes that might demarcate magical traps of any kind.
Investigation check.
14.
There doesn't seem to be any mechanical, and you're looking, and there are no runes put in here. It seems there's nothing that would prevent it from opening. It's not even locked.
It looks okay to me, you guys. If we all want to like take a few steps back, maybe you guys have your like swords already, and I just flick it open.
Okay.
Okay.
I get out
so
my
I'm-
crossbow and I point it at it.
Okay, as you flick it open, you see in there are 12 small iron bars arranged neatly.
Are they arranged in a
Wait.
pattern?
No, just 2 rows on the bottom of the chest.
How big are these bars?
A few inches.
Does it look like they are? How do I put this? Do they look like those types of bars? I realize it's not what I'm saying, but do they look like the gold bars that would be used in like a cartoon denoting currency?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. All right. I'll try to take one out.
Weighs about a pound. Take it out.
I want to cast Identify.
Not magical.
Any inscriptions?
No.
I mean, maybe they were just like here to weigh the chest down and like keep the door shut.
Oh yeah. Like a weight.
Yeah.
So maybe
I mean,
something's under it.
oh, I was just thinking there's something behind the door that they didn't want to get in, and the
Oh.
chest itself wasn't heavy enough. But
No,
I mean, we
that's-
can check if there's something under it too.
no, that's. I think you're right.
Okay. Okay, being this close, can I put my ear to the door now and see if I hear anything more than just the slow dripping?
More distinct. But still just the dripping.
I mean, it doesn't sound like there's anything moving in there.
And I don't see anything with my last bit of see invisibility that I assume is still up.
I mean, do we just kind of go for it?
I mean, yeah. This might require a Raven style approach.
I agree. I think this door we can kick. I'd like that very much.
Keep in mind it opens towards you
Ah.
because of the chest that's in front of it.
Maybe we then like wildly pull it open.
I just kicked it into further in.
What would you like to do?
Well, we could also just knock on it and see if someone answers.
That's true.
That is very logical. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll knock on the door, see if there's any response.
Okay. Yeah. Dunk, dunk, dunk. The door itself, the knob turns, but stays there as if waiting for you to open it.
Should we use my magical hand again? It seems like it's open. We can, again, take 30 steps back, and I can, like, flick. Okay, so I'd like to use my mage hand from afar to just gently pry open the door.
Prior to that, would we be able to take all the metal things out
Sure.
of the chest?
12 iron bars. Each one you think would be worth her gold. As you open the door, it opens a little bit. It slams open. And a wind comes from behind you, pushing into the door. It comes under your feet, threatening to topple you, stronger than you've ever felt. I need strength saving throws.
Oh, God.
Is anybody good at strength in this party by chance?
I
Absolutely
am.
not. Well, at least one person is.
But my dice is not.
God Damn it, Alex.
16 minus 1 is 5. Or 15, not 5. What am I talking about?
Just took the one away. I understood.
I got 16 as well.
I got a 7 technically if you exclude the nat 1.
Alex.
No, I think those dice need to go in dice jail.
Yeah. So
Oh, they all hate me, whether it's digital as you've seen earlier.
We have stories about that later. This guy, Raven, what do you got? You're muted, or I can't hear you, Raven.
Uh-oh.
Raven,
Turn
Yes.
what'd you get for your strength save?
14.
Ace. All push. And first Silverwing. In next Nancy. And then the door slams shut. And Raven and Yala, your faces slam against the door.
Like,
out of curiosity, was that based on the rolls?
The lowest was, yeah, then it was from there.
Because I was the second highest.
Should have been Raven.
Raven? Okay, so we'll do Silver and Raven, and Nancy and Yala will be left out.
Faces up against.
I know you're trying to kill me, Matt, but
So, in that case, Raven and Silver. As soon as you hear the door slam shut from behind you, there's a gust of wind that's around you, sending dust, paper, and curtains flying around the room as you see piles of rotting corpses litter the clearly wooden floor. Then you see him on the ceiling. A shell of a man, shriveled, tortured, and used, his body and arms semi-molded into the blackened muck that replicates the ceiling. Slimy black vines creep through his flesh, pinning him to the ceiling as the ends of the vines expand into drooling suckers that feed from his life force. A glow of green hue emanates from his chest. The source of the hue is a green emerald that spews out evil energies into the mansion. Through these vines, as if distributing it to all the areas of this place, like a center. Most potent of these green energy flows directly into a lifeless body, slumped with its head flung backwards over a wooden chair. Raven, Silverwing, what do you do?
you know, Silverwing, when I said that there was probably a lich here with like some kind of army related thing, I didn't think it was the whole house. But that being said, I'm glad that I was right.
There's a reason I said we should go home. And he pulls out the sword, says flame on, and are you ready to do this, Raven?
I was born ready.
Alright. He approaches the body slumped over in the chair.
Okay.
And pokes it.
Approach the body, slowly holding your sword in front of you. And then the body snaps its head back from over the chair and back into position. And you recognize her from the apparitions of the manor. It's the Dark Advisor Gertrude. She grins wide and evil, then cackles a haunting laugh as her features grow long and haggard. Her skin turns midnight blue, and her pupils shift to the red of the nine hells as she leaps forward. Roll initiative, everybody.
I got a 5.
I got a 2.
12.
Perfect. And then, so there are the screams.
That
Gee.
was cool.
She quickly moves, keeping her distance from the flaming sword. So you didn't get quite up to her before she moved into this. She moves to the other part of the room and smiles as from above what look like thorns of green light pierce Silverwing's armor, pierce his skull as she cackles. And the same smile at which you saw her smile at the young girl seems to cross her lips. They shoot through your body, dealing 9 force damage. Silverwing. Silverwing yells in pain at Nancy. You can hear that.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I can only Misty Step when I can see a place. So I'm assuming I can't do that through a door, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna try to go through this door.
How so?
So it looks like it's locked or something. I'm gonna try to do my skeleton key to see if I can unlock it. So I'll do that as my bonus. Oh, yeah. Hold on, that's my action, I believe. No, it's my bonus action. Okay, so I'll do that as bonus. And now, can I go through the door?
You use your skeleton key. It does not seem to unlock it here.
Okay, then my main action is going to be to try to kick the door with my amazing -1 strength.
Got it. Just do an unarmed strike.
Okay. All right, that wasn't bad. That is a 19.
19.
Yeah, that is 19. Okay, never mind.
All right, that'll hit, and that will do the 1 hit point.
It says it
damage.
does 0, but I'm
Yeah,
guessing
it'll
that-
do. I do
Okay.
minimum 1. I don't mess
Okay.
with that.
Just broke my foot. Okay, so it opens. So
It's not open.
no, it does not open.
It just takes 1 damage.
Oh no! Oh, Nancy, what have you done? That's my action and my bonus action, so I am
Just there. I'm gonna yell, "Take cover, guys!"
Got it. Silverwing.
I think we lost him.
We'll continue.
No, I'm here.
Raven.
Oh, okay. She's over there. There on the other side of the door. I'm gonna turn to Silverwing. If you have her, I'm gonna try and break down this door. And Silverwing's going to kind of sling his bow over his shoulder, crack his knuckles, and he's going to rear back and go to punch the door.
All right. So Raven Cow punches the door.
Hey,
18 on the first hit,
That hits.
and 19 on the second hit.
That'll hit.
That'll be 9 bludgeoning and 6 bludgeoning.
Okay, it looks more damaged, but it's still up. Planks are moving out on the other side. You see the door buckling towards you.
So Nancy assumes she did that.
Somehow Reef pulled the door. Amazing. Anything else?
And then I'm going to spend a key point to Flurry of Blows without my arrows, which means I get 2 unarmed strikes instead of 1 ranged attack.
Nice.
So I'm going to punch twice again for 15 to 22.
Hits.
And the second one will be a 15.
That'll hit as well.
Okay. So plunk 8 damage and plunk 7 damage.
Very nice.
2, 2, 2, 2. Pow, pow, pow.
All right, it's barely holding together. It's starting to come off its hinges. Your turn?
Yep.
All right. Silver, you back? Yala.
Okay. Would you let me grasp either the hinges or the door knob and try and cast Shocking Grasp to, like, kind of destroy what's remaining of the door?
Absolutely.
Okay. So on my attack then. Oh! Oh boy! Natural 1!
You grasp, but you suddenly get like a feedback loop from the metal doorknob. It's like, ah! Like when you shake too much. you
Yep.
grasp the door.
Yep, that's my turn. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
amazing.
We're really good at this game, guys.
D&D is fun.
Perfect. All right, then.
Everybody knows doors are the big bad.
Yes.
Yes.
In that case, Raven Cow, from behind you, you feel movements and hear the cracking of bones. You see from behind you 3 of the corpses have stood up. And there seems to be sharpened bone claws as they each fling themselves at you. First one is 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That will be 10 slashing damage, and I need a con save.
Ten.
That saves. Very good. The second one. The 21 to hit.
That has
That's going to be 6 slashing damage and a con save.
only a 6.
All right. As this one slashes against your back, you feel something off. Maybe it hit part of your vertebrae, but you are paralyzed. So third one. Try to take a bite. Hungry. Only for an 8. It's unable to get their mouth around. Silvering, you may go if you're back.
Alright. Is there anything he can get to and swing at? 30 feet of movement?
Yeah, I think just about everything.
Alright.
I'm gonna remove the walls so you guys can see better. Door's still there.
Oh, okay. He's going to run towards the creepy lady.
Okay.
And then goes to swing as he's saying flame on. Oh, that's nice. That's a natural 19 for 25 to hit, but because of the style of fighter, that will also be considered a crit.
Nice.
Assuming 25 hits, which I hope it does.
Yep.
8 slashing and 2 fire damage. Oh, wait. Never mind. 13 slashing and 6 fire damage.
So 13 slashing and 6 fire.
Yep. I originally forgot to do crit damage, so I had to do crit damage.
Perfect. It slashes against the woman. The fire doesn't seem to catch quite right with her. But anything else?
He's going to come back with an upstroke at her to hit her again.
All right.
16 to hit.
Oh, she takes out her claws and blocks it and pushes you back.
And then he will end his turn.
Got it. Nancy Drew.
All right. So I know the door has taken some damage. Can we see through the door?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
It's through the door.
Yuck. All right. And there's nothing else around this room that we're in, right? There's like nothing I'm missing, like around the walls, or it's just this door. That's our way in.
There's a long bench.
Huh. Would Nancy be strong enough to pick up that bench and knock it into that door?
I'll give that to you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think you can kind of pick up the bench and run. And
the door. How could she pick up a bench? But okay, I love it.
well, good. As we run it, just do unarmed strike, and I'll let you do. We'll call it a flat D6 of damage.
Okay. All right.
Nancy Drew, she's using
Yeah.
Using logic. Okay. Not a great roll. That's that's an unarmed strike too. So that's only a 6.
Okay, so you run with it. It starts to tip a little low, and then it catches, and your momentum takes you over the bench with it as you flip, and you hit the door.
Do I do damage to it at least?
No,
Oh,
but you don't do damage to yourself either.
well, that's good, I guess. Oh
I tried to
man,
help, Nancy. I tried.
I know. Well, that was my action. I have nothing in a bonus I can do. So yeah, that's it. That's what Nancy does.
All right. Then Silverwing.
Alright. Silverwing's going to come up with a upslash with his sword. That's probably gonna miss 9.
Yep, they block. Claws again.
And he swings again, and it's an 8 as he hits the wall
Okay.
and ends the turn.
And she smiles at you. Raven.
Am I still paralyzed?
Paralyzed. However, you can make a con save, I believe. Yep.
4.
Paralysis stands.
Okie that's it.
Daniela.
I mean, it went so well last time, but I am going to try my Stalking Grasp again on this door. Hopefully, maybe just like can get a better grasp. Natural 20.
There you go.
Why couldn't that be against a person? And I believe that's 2d8. Five and 3, so that's 8 damage, so 16 with the critical.
Okay. Electricity moves around, making the black marks all over it, looking pretty before boom, it explodes at your touch. And you see the 3 undead creatures chomping into Raven as the woman faces off against Silverwing.
I guess with my movement, I'm just gonna position myself kind of adjacent to the door, so I'm not in like directly in front of it. I know that I can't take the hide action as a bonus, but just pressing myself against the wall as best I can.
Right. In that case, Dad begin biting upon Raven. First bite is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Big chomp for 13.
I am on. Raven Cowl is unconscious.
Right.
Don't eat him. He probably tastes like jerky.
In that case, the next one, it comes up and looks at Nancy on the floor, though you're not prone, and takes its claw. Oh, for an 8.
Nope.
Next one moves out of the door as well. Looks to the side, sees Yala for a 7. And at this point, the woman looks up and breathes as you see this green energy come from this tortured man and Emerald as she breathes it in. Silverwing, you can see closely as all the wounds you've inflicted heal perfectly. She did regain a set amount of HP. And then she smiles, push her hand back and around, and 3 corpses that are around you come up, surrounding you. Nancy, it's your turn.
When we were in the wagon, almost said car, to get here, I remember Raven had reached and grabbed a potion before he left. So I'm going to spend my turn to go up to Raven, try to find that potion so I can feed it to him.
Okay. You're basically right there, so I'll allow that.
All right. Do I have to search, or how does that work?
Absolutely. That would be... Yeah, I think you know. I think it's easy enough to find it.
Okay.
I'll let you grab it and put it down Raven's throat.
Okay.
Glug, 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 glug. 4d4 plus 4.
And after I do that, So when I'm looking over there, it looks like that green stuff, is that like some type of energy it's using against this person in the sky?
It looks like there's this emerald stuck in the person, and then from where you can tell this woman breathes it in to heal herself.
Okay. So I've used my. That was my action, correct? To
Yes,
get
that would be an
okay.
action to do that.
All right. So what I'm going to do is just kind of mention to the others, we might have to hit that emerald to keep her from recharging, and I don't want to move out of this space necessarily, but I do want to kind of stay in a flanking position with Yala, and I'm also kind of in between those two guys, so I'll just stay there in case Raven wants to take advantage of the other one, and that'll be my turn.
Good. Then Silverwing, it's your turn.
Alright. Silverwing's going to ignore the things surrounding him as he keeps combating the main threat, and he comes down to slash at her across the chest. Yeah, that's a 16 to hit.
Come down it, and again, this time she just tilts her head as large horns protrude out and catch your blade, and she smiles and she slicks her head back almost furtively.
Alright. Then as she does that, he's like, oh, thanks for stretching out your neck, and tries to swipe at her. That's better. That's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's 8 fire damage and 9 slashing damage.
Okay, that digs in a little bit. As it comes in, you can see some black bone beneath the skin.
And then he will end his turn.
Raven.
Alright, does the paralyzed condition carry over, or would it end?
No, I would say you wake up unparalyzed.
Okay. Then Ravenclaw will stand up shakily because he just was unconscious. And look at the zombified creatures around him and attack them. Specifically
Right.
one of them.
I gave you flanking.
The first one is 22.
That hits.
The second one is another 22.
Yep.
Oof, only 5 piercing. And then the other one is 7 piercing.
All right, takes all 12 as you put holes in it. It's starting to look a little pincushiony.
How many key points do I have left? That's it. I'm not going to.
Got it. Yala.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, we have 6 skeleton zombies and the lady. Is that right?
And the emerald person that
And
looks
the
like they're
emerald.
getting energy from, because I think when you were kicked, it used something to recharge its health.
Yeah, I did hear that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level, so it's gonna give me 4 rays. 1 is gonna go to the emerald, and then if I can try and shoot the other 3 at the 3 skeletons that are closest to me.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one will be at the emerald. Ooh, not great. 11.
All right. As that goes out, whatever energies are around it seems to redirect the ray away.
Okay. Then we have skeleton 1. 14.
That'll hit.
So that one will take 11 fire damage.
All right. This one Raven was on as it burns and falls.
Amazing. Then the second one, that's that's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
And that one will take 6 fire damage. And then the third one, 18.
That hits.
And that's 7 fire damage.
Is it on the same one or a different?
Yeah, let's do it on the same one.
Got it. All right. It's looking rough and scorched. Anything else?
No. That's good, thank you.
Standing there, we have the one claw at Raven. For 19 to hit. That is 9 slashing on the con save, Raven.
Okay. 16.
That saves. And then this one's coming at Nancy. For 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
5 slashing on a con save.
Oh, no. All right. Oh, great. 8.
8. Okay, that's paralysis. Your body locks up, hitting just the right spots. Now the ones on Silver Wing, all at advantage. First one. 15. What's this? 14 misses. Yeah, all three. All three miss as you're able to beat them off. And then this woman here tries to grab your throat for 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. She wraps her fingers around you. You feel the strange pulse of energy come from you into her, and she smiles. Yes. And you feel weakened. And Nancy.
Matt, just making sure I didn't miss. Did you say a damage or any condition I have?
No, no damage.
Okay.
But Nancy, you con save at the end?
13.
13. End of your turn, you defeat the paralyzed.
Okay.
Silverwing.
Alright. Silverwing's going to shrug off the throat. Choke as he tries to slash at her arm, holding him.
Alright, this could be a disadvantage.
Oh. Because it was going to be a 21 to hit. Oh. And it will still be a 21 to hit. My dice are liking doubles today.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to need you to half the damage from this attack,
Ooh.
as your energy has been taken from you.
Well, I mean, it was pretty bad damage, so it would be 2 slashing damage and 1 fire damage.
After you halved it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
I rolled all 1s on the damage, so it would have technically been 4 and 2.
Got it.
And then he'll go back for his second attack. And that's going to miss with an 8 to hit.
That'll miss. Yep.
And then he will end his turn.
Okay, just blocks the attack after the other. Raven.
Alright. I'm gonna attack the zombie in front of me.
Got it.
First one is 23.
That hits.
Second one is 24.
Hits.
For 7 and 9.
All right, between those two hits, it drops.
And then Raymond's going to turn around and knock another arrow, but this one begins to radiate with bright light, and he's going to shoot this one at the emerald specifically.
Okay.
His soul arrow. Ooh, 15.
That'll hit.
Ooh. For only 5 radiant damage.
Oh, you hit it, it burns around, and you see that it's almost a strange calcification that occurs on the edges as your light radiant energy interacts with the necrotic. It seems to have blocked it a little bit, but not enough to make it not work.
That's it.
Yala.
Oh, you're
Okay.
muted.
Yeah. Too excited. So outside of gameplay, what I want to do is try and cast something that's 5 feet wide and potentially hit 2 of the zombies and the emerald. So if I were to move to, I guess, like far right of Raven, could I potentially catch those 2 zombies hitting Silverwing and the emerald kind of in one line without hitting anybody else?
Yes, 5 feet wide. Verify this. So you're going to kind of go at an up angle, I think, then?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming this is lightning bolt.
That is correct. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I think you can do this. I just think you're going to have to drop prone.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Like, yeah, you drop prone and you let it loose. So then that's deck saves, correct?
That is correct.
12 and 11.
They
That-
both fail.
All right.
So
Emerald's going to take full. It's Emerald. It's not moving.
8d6. Sorry, I have to pull out some more dice. Okay. 13. So 27 lightning damage.
Both of the undead are obliterated. You can just do. You want to describe this?
Yes, okay. So as she sees these 2 zombies coming at Silverwing, they're all on either side. This lady's regenerating with this necrotic energy. Yala kind of runs, and as she's running, she dives, and out of her hand comes this like purple and black just shockwave of energy, and it just goes like, I imagine, like one through the neck, the next one through the skull, straight into the emerald. Everything cracks, there's blood spurting. Silverwing's probably covered in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Bodies go everywhere. The emerald now falls down and seems to be entirely covered in like the strange mineral that seems to have made, and you can see that the energy that's pumping through the house, that's pumping into this woman Gertrude seems to have stopped.
Yes.
There.
That'll be my turn.
All right. So we've got the undead by Nancy, who's not paralyzed right now. Going to go ahead and bite for a 19 to hit.
But did Yala use Misty Step?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that part.
No, I just ran.
Oh, so okay, cool. So yeah, 19 hits.
Okay. That'll be 8 piercing damage. And then I forgot Yala because I didn't get it. We're going to go ahead and do that attack of opportunity if that's all right.
That's fine. Yeah.
Very cool. That'll be a 17.
That'll hit.
There's going to be 13 as they bite your shoulder as you run. So I envision that happens and you use that momentum to like slide across the floor. That's where you let the lightning bolt out.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Very, very fun. And then we go to the last one on Silverwing. It takes its claw, trying to get in there for a dirty 20.
That will hit.
All right, con save, please, Silverwing.
That's going to be a 16.
Okay, good to go, but you do take 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
That. Yeah, I think seeing the 3 others coming to your aid, you see her close her eyes, and these 3 pools of purple sludge begin to rotate around her, and as she opens them, they take a sharpened shape, and one goes to Nancy, one to Raven, and one to Yala. You each will take 4 force damage.
Y'all, I am not doing so hot.
It strikes Raven in the chest and he falls backwards, sprawled out.
All right, Nancy.
Well, I can't move.
Oh, it's because the op attack you're afraid of.
Okay. I will try to shoot. I'll try to shoot the lady.
Hey, do you have crossbow expert or anything?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna waive the disadvantage for this, but normally would be. But go ahead, because there's a melee creature next to Nancy.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'll do disadvantage. That's fine.
Oh, okay. You could Misty Step 2 as a bonus if you wanted to.
I could, but then I lose my my damage if I hit.
Okay. Why?
Because it's a
Spell slot to do it, or
that's a great question.
because it sounds a little weird. That's why I was like, it doesn't sound like that's true. But it depends on how.
Oh, I think I read the wrong thing. I did. I read the wrong thing. I was reading Rushed Incantation. Okay. So, okay. Then I'll just Misty Step. That's what I'll do.
Gotta go.
And I will go... I will go to the point close to the desk on the left side of my screen. All right. And so the emerald is still up, is that right?
No,
No.
Yala took it down.
Okay. And so then I will shoot the lady.
Got it.
Whoop. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
All right. That is with exploit weakness, 22 total.
2 total damage. Oh, that hits are good. Now looking a little worried. Just hoping her one attack would take down more of you.
And that's my turn.
Silverwing.
Alright. Silverwing's going to continue his assault, swiping down. Strength still weakens for disadvantage.
Give me a con save real quick.
Alright. That was a 24. No,
24.
sorry, 25. Sorry.
All right. You break the enfeebling magic.
Yay! Alright, so the first swing is going to be a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Thank God. And,
Guys,
Oh.
AC 17.
sorry, I wasn't trying to sound like that.
You're fine.
Internal starts being externalized. That's going to be 11 slashing damage and 7 fire damage.
Nice.
And then he's going to come down with his sword from the right to the left as he gets a hint of the blood, and yay! That's another 19, so that's 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
And
A
because
crit for you, right?
That's a crit for me. Thankfully. Oh. Not great damage, but that's going to be 12 slashing damage. And oh, that's funny. 12 slashing and 12 fire.
Nice. They are bloodied.
Woo!
And then he's going to take a deep breath as he uses second wind. Yeah, and that's... Oh, sad face. Alright. And... Yep, that's all.
Yeah, death save for Raven. Okay. Yala.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think for now, Yala's just gonna use her. What do I do? What do I do? Sorry. Do I save myself? I think I'm just going to use my healing hands to restore 5 hit points to myself. So as Yala's standing here, you just see her place her hands on her chest and just like a shot of energy bursts into her. And she's like, you know, a little better, not much. And then she's going to back away kind of as far as she can. Hopefully maybe getting out of range. So like, yeah. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So the one that Nancy left behind, can they get to Silverwing? 30.
Drive away.
All right, then who can they get to?
Nobody.
Nobody. Well, okay.
Everyone's more than that.
All right, then it'll get a dash. Try to give a good position to Silverwing. I'll get to Silverwing, and then the last one is already on Silverwing, and we'll go to attack. Taking the claws for only 12.
That will miss.
Gonna go ahead and magic missile Silverwing, trying to get them off. So they throw the pieces of darkness right into you. It's going to be 9 force damage.
All right.
Nancy.
Okay. I wonder if this would work. Oh boy. I feel like I'm not gonna do much help out here, so I'm gonna try something else. I'm going to try a rushed incantation rumor.
Okay. Explain to me. Give me what you're
All
trying
right.
to do here.
I'm trying to get as many of these creatures in a to believe the words I'm about to say. Any creature in range that is near 3 or more other creatures which speak the same language as them believes they hear the rumor repeated by someone nearby. Different creatures hear the rumor from different people, so no origin point is discernible, and creatures won't be outright hostile upon hearing even the most vicious rumors, blah blah blah.
Trying to get them to do what? So this is the so you want them to say first? What are you looking to
But
do?
I don't even know if it has a save.
Oh,
I think it's just
Just goes it. So what's your rumor?
the rumor is that we are projecting images from another hallway. We're not the real people. I'm just trying to lower their numbers right now to try and get to Raven, because he's on the ground and they're killing Silverwing, and I've got 3 hit points. So it's a Hail Mary, and it may or may not work.
Gotcha.
But it's my last rushed incantation.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, yeah. Got it. So, okay, so you cast a spell. What would you like to do?
Okay, I just need to say the words then? Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The people we're fighting are projections coming from another room, or the 10 words.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I'll move myself. I want to kind of hide and duck down behind this desk to kind of get better positioning in case this doesn't work, because I'm going to die soon.
Okay, then Silverwing.
Alright. Silverwing's going to flourish his sword while he's blocking attacks, and while doing that, he's going to try and slice that. The main assailant, the main lady, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 4 slashing damage and 7 fire damage.
Nice.
And then he's going to come back, completing the flourish for an additional hit. But that's only going to be a 9 to hit.
Okay, that'll miss.
And what action is drinking a potion here? Bonus?
For action.
Full action.
Well, actually, we can do bonus. We'll do bonus here.
He'll go out and pull out the healing potion and chug it down.
Hey, Yala. Oh, sorry, Raven, death save. Doing it, we'll go to Yala.
Okay, from where I'm at, I'm going to cast my Scorching Ray again. However, I am going to use another sorcery point and try and change this damage to cold damage, seeing that fire maybe didn't do as much as we wanted it to. Yeah, so I'll do the first one, and I'm doing this just at the base level, second level. So first one. Ooh, 23. And that's at the lady.
Hits.
Not bad. That's 9 cold damage.
Okay, you can see that she is resistant to cold.
Well, then the other 2, I was hoping it would be like the opposite. Then I'll do it at the other 2. Maybe it'll be better luck against the zombies. Try and get less people hitting Silverwings. So on the first one, that's a 14.
Hits.
5 cold damage.
Nice.
And 14 again.
Good.
And that's another 9 cold damage.
Very nice. It's bloodied.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay, so this one, having made its way to Silverwing, will attack. Alright, 12 will miss. The next one there. 15, which misses.
Anyone else stressing out?
Yes. Incredibly.
Okay. She's going to cast sleep.
Well, that's good. I need a long rest.
We all do. We're all gonna die. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Can't I find the dice on sleep all of a sudden when I'm looking
It's
at this?
5d8.
5d8. Okay, my brain just was not seeing my dice.
Ask the
No.
house cleric.
Oh.
Wow, that was low. Okay, but I think high enough. 13, which means Nancy and Yala fall asleep.
Well, there goes support.
You're on your own.
You got this, Silverwing.
All right, remember,
Whoa.
you can wake them up. It is possible. Absolutely. Just looking. Yep, that's the only thing I can really do. Unless somebody was immune to being charmed. They don't. So.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Why aren't neither of you elves?
What's the advantage? Silverwing.
Yeah. He's going to look around and say, I said we should go home as he continues hacking away at this lady. If I remember right, the only way to wake up someone is using a full action, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm going to just modify the sleep to keep it fun. That this is going to be a single turn
Oh,
sleep instead of a minute, just because
Oh,
Thank
don't
God.
go easy on us.
I'm not really trying
I mean,
to
I'm
go
the one
easy. I'm
with
just trying to go not boring.
That's fair. That's fair.
What's the range on sleep?
It's like 90 feet.
90 feet.
Yeah, it's a nasty spell.
Jeez.
Silverwing.
all right. He's going to go to swing.
Bada, 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 swing.
That's going to be a 19 to hit,
That hits.
and
Kill the lady.
that's going to be 12 fire damage and 8 slashing damage.
Okay, 6 and 8. Very good.
And then he's going to come back continuing his flourish. And my dice rolled out my thing. I rolled it too hard. That's a lot better. And that's going to be a natural 20.
Oh!
Extra dice. Please die. Sorry for my talking.
Perfect.
Don't ever be sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sorry for being sorry. 19 slashing and 18 fire.
How do you want to kill it?
Yes. As she just he just comes in after that light one. She repositions himself, but leaves her head too open as he comes over and just slops off her head, and it just goes rolling. And then he looks scowling at the two zombies.
Got it. That's your turn, yes?
Yep.
All right, then make sure they're flanking. The Raven Cow, that'll be another death save.
I don't want this anymore. Stop
Hey.
it, man.
7.
Ooh, 7. That's 2 fails. All right. Let's see. Silverwing, that's 17 to hit.
That will miss. 18's the magic number.
Nice. Second one, dirty 20 for 9 slashing and the con save.
15.
On it. Okay, so let's see. From Silverwing, we did Yella's miss turn. Then we're going to do Nancy's miss turn.
How many damage from the hit?
So we already did Nancy's miss turn. Okay, cool. 9.
Okay.
So then, Nancy, you wake up prone with her dead.
Okay. I will get up. That's half my movement. How far away is Raven?
Get up, so I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. Well, I'll move in that direction, but I'm not going to make it. I will try to shoot at one of these zombies. I'll try to target any of them. Are any of them bloodied or?
Yeah. You want to target the weakest one, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Whoop. What happened to my dice? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Natural 20.
Oof.
Second natural. I've only made 2 attacks and they've both been nat 20s.
Nancy's over your shit.
All right. So that is. I'm going to obviously exploit weakness on that. There it is. Okay. So that is another 22 damage. I think I rolled 22 last time as well.
Right.
So it's just a rerun. Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right.
As far as I can go.
Nancy, we're going to redirect your shot to the other one because 22 is his HP. I'm going to just let you down that thing in one shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it did that whole. I think that actually happened in Men in Tights, didn't it? With the arrow that.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. And then Silver Wing.
All right. Silverwing, after hitting that lady's going to just spin around in a whirl and go to swing at the zombie next to him. And apparently he swung too fast and got dizzy and goes over its head. And then it comes back down for a hit. Yeah, that's a 8 to hit. That's probably gonna miss.
Not a miss.
And then he will end his turn.
All right. Raven, death save.
Pray to God, Raven. Come on.
Oh, 13.
Oof. 2 fails, 2 successes. Yalla.
Oh man, I kind of wish I'd saved my 1 healing for you. But I don't know. I guess I will just, fire a firebolt at that one zombie still remaining.
Right.
Ooh, 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, not great. That's 11 fire damage.
How do you want to kill it?
Oh, shit. So as it's going after Silverwing and he's retaliating, this line, black flame comes through, and as much as it can, it basically like shears this zombie in half, and one side flops backwards and the other side flops forwards onto Silverwing and like slides down the front of his armor. Yep.
Perfect. Then Nancy.
All right. I would want to try to get to Raven.
But this time.
And I'll try to stabilize. Was that medicine?
Yes, medicine, please.
Oh, I'm real bad at that.
I have no inspiration points left. I used them all this week, guys.
Paula. All right. Here we go.
You can do it.
The fate of a man's life in my hands.
Raven's tongue is dramatically outside one side of his mouth.
I rolled 9.
That is a fail.
No. Why though?
Wait, why did the sad music start?
because we're getting there. We'll see what happens here.
Go!
Oh.
Silverwing, it's
Wait,
your
I
turn.
have a
Yes.
bonus action. I
your
have a
bonus
bonus
action.
action. Let me see if I can do anything. No, I cannot do anything. Oh well.
Silverwing, it is your turn.
Alright. Can Silverwing get to Raven Cow with the 30 feet of movement? He will get there and attempt to stabilize him.
Give me a medicine check.
As he continues to say, "This is exactly why I said we should go home." Good news is I'm proficient in medicine. Better news is that's a nat 20.
Oh, then with the pumps, Raven, you have a pain in your chest, but you're up with 1 HP.
Get rid of that sad music, Matt.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
Raven!
She didn't cut off my facial hair, did she?
No, you look great.
Good. Oh, I want to be buried with my devilishly good looks.
All right, let's take a look around. I want to see that emerald and what else they got in here.
Okay. As the vines release the victim on the roof, he falls heavily to the floor, landing on his back with an He breathes shallowly. As you look over him, he smiles at you and whispers, "Thank you," before breathing his last breath
Oscar?
and finally disintegrating into a pile of ash. The emerald is the only thing remaining, infused with arcane energy.
Pick it up.
Right.
I'd like to identify it.
Absolutely. Cast your spell. So I scroll to my
Well, I don't know about you guys, but maybe we should go home now.
We're all bleeding. It's we're all on the verge of death.
In the haunt, I'm giving you the information on the emerald.
Oh,
Okay. And can I do something as Nancy was inspecting the emerald?
Of course.
Okay. So, seeing Silverwing perform this like medicine check before he's able to like really go anywhere, she comes up to him and she like grabs his face kind of either side, like gently, not menacingly, and she says, "You truly are a champion." And then she slowly becomes invisible and you feel her hands come off your face, and that's the last thing you hear.
I told you she was a ghost.
Y'all do.
Pee myself.
All right. So for here, the room suddenly rumbles as dust falls through the cracks and holes in the ceiling. As the entire manor begins to shake, the walls start to decay and erode, and it seems to cave in upon itself.
time to go.
Time to go.
You rush out, and you manage to escape the falling manor, which has been the epitome of true evil.
Oh, our cat friend, though.
The night hag Gertrude has been defeated, and the undead have been laid to rest. You know not who the hag's victim was, but they did leave you the emerald in their departure. You find that you also were able to grab a bag that Gertrude had on her. And now standing before you are the piles of rubble and decayed remains of the manor, finally resting in peace. And the night begins to grow old as the first hints of dawn start to creep over the horizon. And it is then you see the strange dust from the house's smoke move into the trees. And amongst the woods that surround the manor, you notice a pair of glowing crystal blue eyes. A horrifying girlish giggle carries over the still night. The eyes fade into blackness as you hear patter of tiny porcelain footsteps run off. And the manor now encased in flames falls, and behind it, being revealed, looks like a strange building. Some type of structure. And you see the flames that are just now dying down, fully consuming this light. A gate that wrought in metal are the words St. Grace Castle's Hospital. And with that, we'll end.
Told you there was a logical explanation.
All right, anyone watching, thank you so much. And we'll see you next for those who might continue in the haunt. Bye-bye.